Hi, future Roadrunners. My name is Mariah Newmeyer, and I am a transfer specialist with the University of Texas at San Antonio. I'm here today to talk to you about the UTSA transfer admissions process and how you can become part of the Roadrunner Nation. Let's get started. Transfer students will apply to UTSA in much the same way as a freshman would. And if you've applied for community college or university in the state of Texas before, this is going to feel pretty familiar. You'll start by visiting applytexas.org or thecommonapp.org and filling out the transfer application. You'll also need to submit a $70 application fee. Now, currently, we do not have a fee waiver for our transfer students, so in order for your application to move forward, we will need that fee. Once you complete your application, you'll then want to submit official college or university transcripts from every institution that you've attended. And yes, that does include that community college from 10 years ago where you took just that one class. If you attended, we're going to need that transcript. In addition, if you need to meet the freshman requirements, you must submit a high school transcript and your SAT or ACT test scores. Now, you'll notice those asterisks there. We are currently waiving those test requirements, but if you have those scores, it is highly recommended that you submit them. Now, for our international Roadrunners, this process is going to be pretty similar to what we just talked about. You're going to start by visiting applytexas.org or thecommonapp.org. You're going to complete the international transfer application as well as pay the $70 application fee. You'll also need to submit official college or university transcripts from every institution that you've attended. If those colleges or universities are outside of the United States, we'll also need a credential evaluation of those foreign transcripts in English. We recommend that students use the Foreign Credential Services of America. To learn more about them, you can visit www.foreigncredentials.org. Finally, we'll also need you to submit your English language proficiency test scores. You can see there the different tests that UTSA accepts, but we also have waivers for this requirement, so feel free to get in touch with our international admissions counselor to see if you qualify. Now, the most important thing that you need to submit with your application are those transcripts. And you want to be sure to submit all your required transcripts to the UTSA Office of Undergraduate Admissions by the application deadline. Not postmarked by that deadline, but actually on that deadline we receive them. Official transcripts can be submitted electronically via SPEED, eScript, National Student Clearinghouse, Parchment, or other electronic transcript exchange services. E-transcripts can be sent to the email address apply@utsa.edu. You can also go the old-fashioned route and send us an official sealed copy of your transcript via snail mail to the address, the University of Texas at San Antonio, Office of Undergraduate Admissions, 1 UTSA Circle, San Antonio, Texas, 78249. For more information on sending transcripts to UTSA, please feel free to visit future.utsa.edu/admissions/transcripts. Now, speaking of those deadlines, if you're not careful, they can sneak up on you, and before you know it, you've missed the application deadline. So make sure that you're mindful of the deadline for the semester that you're wanting to join us. You'll notice that there are two deadlines. Don't let them confuse you. We have a priority deadline and a final deadline. So to make it easier on our students, we always recommend that you remember that priority deadline. This ensures that you get everything in on time and you maximize your opportunities for things like financial aid and scholarships. If you can't meet that priority deadline, don't worry. You still have until that final deadline and you can apply at any time during that window. I will say, know that it can take up to 6 weeks to receive an admission decision, especially during our high volume times. I'll also add that if you're admitted, there are a few extra things that you'll need to accomplish, which we're going to talk about shortly, before you can officially register for classes and begin your journey as a Roadrunner. So, did you know that after you've submitted your application that you can check the status of it at any time? Midnight, 4 o'clock in the morning, you can check that status through your Student ASAP portal. After you submit your application, you should get an email from us within 72 hours to a week, and it's going to come from the email address myutsaccount@utsa.edu. And it's going to contain instructions on how to claim your MyUTSA ID as well as set up your ASAP account. Your ASAP account is going to be incredibly important to you, not only as you begin your process of becoming a Roadrunner, but also after you're a student with us. It's a portal which will allow you to track your admission application status, register for your orientation, register for classes, keep track of almost all of your student information, and it's going to give you access to your financial aid awards. Once it's all set up and you're ready to check that admission status, all you got to do is click the Future Roadrunner tab at the top, followed by the admission status. A pro tip for you guys. If you've applied and you haven't received that email containing your MyUTSA ID quite yet, check your junk mail. For whatever reason, sometimes that email gets sent to junk mail, so you might dig around in your junk mail and see if it's in there. If it's not, don't worry, you can contact the Admissions One Stop or your friendly transfer specialist. In addition, UTSA applicants will be required to connect with a Duo two-factor authentication as they set up their student accounts. This requirement is part of a continued effort to protect student data across the UT system. After you apply, when you get that email, there should be information on how to access your student account and set up your Duo. If you have any questions, we encourage you to visit the One Stop website there on the screen, onestop.utsa.edu/resources/duo. Now, if you remember earlier, I mentioned that there would be a few things you need to take care of before you could register for classes. Well, here it is. You're going to need to become Rowdy Ready. Your Rowdy Ready checklist is designed to help you understand and keep track of your required to-dos after you've been admitted. It's a student's guide to beginning life as a Roadrunner, especially as you prepare to start classes with us. Some of the things that you'll need to take care of is claiming that MyUTSA ID, setting up a preferred email, attending your required orientation, setting up a meeting with your academic advisor, and a few other things. This list will appear in your ASAP once you've been admitted, and as you complete each item, it's going to be checked off for you. And guys, that's it. Everything you need to know about the transfer admission process here at UTSA. Know that you do not have to do this on your own. You can connect with us in all kinds of ways. If you need just a quick answer, hey, ask our Rowdy bot. You can also visit our Future Roadrunner website to find all of this information that we just covered and much more. Definitely connect with us on our social media platforms as well by searching UTSA Future RR. Finally, if you'd like to connect with a transfer specialist, you are definitely welcomed and encouraged to do so. Here is our transfer admission specialist team. There's 5 of us, and we each have our own regions that we are responsible for. So find your region and reach out to us anytime with your questions. Thanks for watching, and go Runners.